On old school Bondi Junction unit with a view. It was the 1980s apartment in the Bondi Junction high-rise with a knockout iconic view. What was it worth, particularly with so many other newer units around it? Today's auction confirms its value is close to $2 million, with the 12th floor, 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom unit with double parking at 1201/251 Oxford St going for $1.94 million, $215,000 above reserve. Another new 19-story block, Archibald, is set to rise in front of it. But the outlook to the Opera House, Bridge, and Harbour will be preserved. The buyer, an investor who didn't wish to be identified, said it was a high price, but worth it as he and his wife hope to one day move in. The auction was one of 496 held around Sydney today. With 330 of the results in, CoreLogic put the clearance rate at 69.39%, down 0.70% on last weekend. The clearance rate is trending downwards, CoreLogic auctions commentator Kevin Brogan said. Outside of public holidays, it's the first time the Saturday clearance rate has dipped below 70% since last April. Of his Bondi Junction purchase, the late 50s buyer said, "It's a great location and an unbelievable view. It's always expensive when you buy, but at this late stage, it's always a different story." In the meantime, the Bell property mother and daughter team Stella Gankin and Marina Macklin said they could expect about $1,250 per week in rent, or about $1,400 a week if it was renovated, Ms. Gankin said. There were 7 registered parties, with 4 of them active. And once it got underway after Cooley's auctioneer Jake Moore suggested offers start at $1.65 million, he got one at $1.6 million. It was fast and furious with increments ranging from $25,000 and eventually $1,000, whereas the buyer was keen for a tenant to move straight in floral wallpaper and all the other would-be buyers were owner-occupiers who undoubtedly would have done a renovation. Even the happy vendor, Dorn O'Connor, whose parents had bought the apartment off the plan in the mid-1980s, said it needed a tweak. Because of that, we were realistic with the price, Ms. O'Connor said. She said it was both the view and location that had won over her parents. You could almost touch the fireworks at New Year, and 2000 was the best of all, Ms. O'Connor said. They loved that all the dentists, accountants, and specialists were downstairs. The only thing that wasn't there was the undertaker. Although the result was way above reserve, the price for the 136 SQM unit looked cheap compared with the 130 SQM 3-bedders in Archibald that will cost $3.25 million. Meanwhile, at 37 Chelsea St Redfern, a 4-bedroom weatherboard renovator's delight on a 186 SQM block sold for $1.85 million, which looked to be the reserve. The property was up for auction through Bress-Equitney agents William Phillips and Michael Kirk. There were 2 active bidders, with the buyer understood to be an investor from Tarrant Point.